And now from the Chao Racing Stadium, this is Chao Racing 2022. Everyone is on the clock and ready to go. Let's have a Chao race! We made it to week 10 of our 68th season as Kenny Days, Ben Henderson, Rusty Jackington, and Vance Alfred Porters don't want to settle for too much of a heat and pressure. They want to get wins on the board. Looks like Kenny's gonna win. Yup, Kenny Days gets the first win of week 10. You never know what's gonna happen next here on Chao Racing 2022. Now, here is the host of Chao Racing himself, Brandon Shannings. Alright, thanks Paul, and hello to your fans at home. Welcome to another edition of Chao Racing 2022. As always, we got 12 action-packed races for you to enjoy at home and with our friends here in the live audience. So come on in and feel free to cheer on all of your favorite superstars as they continue to quest to become the next great champion of the Chao Racing universe. A big congratulations to Kenny Days on the victory on the parcours. He's now up to 4 wins for the season. We'll be coming right back to present race number 2 in a bit. Week 10 of Chao Racing 2022 is sponsored by Volkswagen. So, while the people at Volkswagen do their best to make new brands of automobiles for the near future, let Brandon Shannings and Paul Sycamore guide you for all the action of Week 10's Chao races. And who do we have for race number 2, Paul? Race number 2 features Austin Gerald, Ricky Nelson, Otis Erickson, and the Gangnam Style Master Garrett Dayton. This is the second race on our schedule this week, so this will be the first Amethyst course matchup for our schedule. And let's see how well they will do in the flying abilities for this race. Best of luck to these next 4 players, and let's rock this place! Alright. So they're trying their best to gain another win closer towards qualifying for the playoffs, or at least next season's roster. Right now, Garrett Dayton off to a good start ahead of Ricky Nelson for the current moment, and Ricky Nelson is quarterback. And number 2 on the Silver Chao is heading for the water, as the first superstar against Beepus is number 7, who is also going to west, but he still has a solid third place ahead of the other competitors in a hurry. Right now, it is Otis Erickson who really needs help on the ground, and he will be. He takes Beepus number 2. And right now, Garrett Dayton is quarterback, but he should still have the lead for the current moment. Garrett Dayton going for win number 6 of this 2022 season. And here comes Ricky Nelson with Beepus, but it looks like Garrett Dayton is going to hold on for the victory. Yep, Garrett Dayton naps the win. Everyone's going to do the Gangnam Style Mance because Garrett Dayton got the victory. Yep, I'm pretty sure everyone is happy with his favorite dance, alright. Stay tuned, we will return for race number 3 in a moment. Next up we have what? Next up it's no one else. Sam Hewitt, Eddie Williams of the Williams Brothers, and Steven Robinson. And this is going to be on the Sapphire course. It's a test of both strength and power and swimming ability on this portion of the Chao Racing Stadium. Let's see what happens here. Please start the race! Alright, so in the Sapphire course, they must first climb up the stone wall with all their strength and then swim their way across the pool. First one to make it across the finish line, regardless of the standing, will earn a win on their win columns. And right now, a couple Super Chao are going to rest, number 7 and 8 to be exact. Right now, it is Steven Robinson who has control of the lead, and Sam Hewitt turns to the crowd. As no one else will start the speed bus for this race, joining Eddie and Sam out climbing up the stone wall. Right now, let's take a look at the 4 Super Chao. They are battling neck to neck, battling for dear life all the way in the back. As Eddie Williams wakes up from his rest, takes speed bus number 2, but will it be enough to make it all the way to first place? We'll find out soon enough. Right now, Steven Robinson still defending the lead over his competitors right now. as Sam Hewitt will have in the next command because Steven Robinson having a comfortable distance ahead of Eddie Williams, and he's going to win this one right over there. Steven Robinson wins. That's number 2 will get Stevens. So Steven Robinson now jumps to the 500 mark at 5-5. What's going to happen next? We'll find out next time. As the last P-Bus will be ran by number 7. Congratulations, Steven Robinson. You've done very well. That's right. What's going to happen in the next race? We'll find the answer in just a moment. With 1 quarter of the schedule in the books, we now proceed to race number 4. And for race number 4, we have our defending world champion, R.C. Jenkins, Bruno Alonso, Owen Williams, and Jose Igano. So this next race will be the first of our 2 races scheduled on the Ruby course. It's a test of swimming ability alone. Let's see what happens here. The players will line up ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race. Alright, who's going to lead the way for the 8 group of Chao? It's Jose Igano, one of 2 relatives from Mexico who lives south of the USA. Good start so far for Jose Igano. I don't think anyone's going to get speed best once they get to go on. Yep, Jose is going to do it right over there. Jose Igano scores 1 for the Mexicans. So now he gets the 2nd win of the 2022 season. That's right, he's back on track here, folks. Coming out, there's more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. It's a beautiful spring day in the Chao Stadium. A little bit overcast, so to say, but it surely hasn't dampened anyone's enthusiasm in the Chao Universe fans. Anyway, let us proceed to race number 5. And here's Paul to fill in all the details. Paul. Alright, race number 5 will feature Gary Coles, Luke Green, Thomas Linklater, and Dominic P. Harold. So, this is the 2nd Pro Course race of our schedule. We place the balls on the field once again, and wish these 4 Chao good luck on the quest for victory. Let's mark this place! And Dominic P. Howells is quartermaster. That'll give Gary, Luke, and Thomas the opening edge, with Thomas having a little bit of an advantage over Gary for the current one. Looks like Thomas is going to add another 5 win up on the board. Yep, Thomas Linklater gets the win. So now he is up to 4 wins for the 2022 season. He's starting to improve a little bit as the 1 speed rest of this race will be made by number 8. So, Brandon, what's going to happen next now that Thomas has won? I don't know yet. All that matters is that we're coming back for more after this short break. So, we're coming up to the turn of Week 10's racing schedule for this week. And Paul, we have seen plenty of action so far for the entertainment pleasure of the Chao Racing Universe. Right now, let's proceed to race number 6. And for race number 6, Brandon, we have the license to drive, Alvin Heaton Sr., Eli Hauser, Benny Mullen, and TJ Edwards. So this is Amphis course race number 2 for this week. Here's a look at how the lineup forms and who is going to be the big winner. We're about to find out right now. It's good luck to the next 4 players, and please start the race. Okay, so these 4 Chao are trying their best to get wins on the board so that way they can qualify for the playoffs, or at least renew their contract for next season, but hopefully they want to have a playoffs. And right now, TJ Edwards is quarterback, so he'll have to drop down a couple of places, as the first superstar to get speed best is Benny Mullen, the urban cowboy who likes to work at Chai Studios and chases Chao. A couple of silver Chao, Alvin Heaton Sr. and Lion Hauser to be exact, while swimming at the water. And who is going to get speed race number 2? It's number 7 of the Silver Chao, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And I do believe Eli is going to hold off Benny Moore for the victory. Yep, Eli Hauser gets the number 5 victory up on the board. As Alvin Sr., who went to rest, takes the next speed race, and that is going to do it. So, Eli Hauser gets another win closer towards renewing his contract for 1 more season. That's right, let's hope for the very best. More races coming up on the second half of Chao Racing 2022. we're back for some more Chao Racing fun. And here's Paul to fill us the details for race number 7. Okay, Brandon, next up we have Bryson Dorns, Mason Richards, Kai Hugelson, and Raymond Hill. Raymond Hill, of course, is a dog run type Chao, and it looks like a green shadow, hedgehog-like thing. Anyway, this is the second Sapphire Course matchup for this week's schedule. Let's send it out back to the Sapphire Course and wish them good luck. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Okay, so one of them is going to make the fan club happy, that's for sure, but they're all going to be winners no matter what. And remember, anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. The fans knew them all so much since the beginning, and so are we. Right now, it looks like Raymond Hill is battling with Kai Hugelson and Bryson Dorns for the lead. As number 7, we'll start the speed bus, and look at this. Number 8 is Squad West, so number 7 will have command of the lead over the 4th to the Chao. As number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes speed bus number 2, and right now it is Raymond Hill who has the lead, and he passes for more. That will give Kai Hugelson command on the lead, trying to bank the pass, and here comes Kai Hugelson. Oh, there goes Kai Hugelson, trying to wrap things up early with a speed bus, and Bryson Dorns is catching up to him in a hurry. Oh, this one is going to be close. Will Kai Hugelson prevent the pass from making a statement? You sure will be. As Raymond Hill takes speed bus, Kai Hugelson then held on for the win. So Kai Hugelson gets the number 5 victory over Bryson Dorns and Raymond Hill. That's right, what a close one it was for Kai Hugelson. Great victory by Kai. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, let's simple it up race number 8. You got it, Brandon. The next one is going to be on the Ruby course. It will feature the Mexican Ricardo Cayman, Zach Orson, Jack Parson, and the hard chain master Ethan Kingsley. So, the players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place. And Ethan Kingsley is quarterback. That'll give Ricardo, Zach, and Jack the opening edge. Ricardo Cayman has the lead with Jack Parson trying to find the open hole to make the pass. It's going to be another close one down to the wire here, folks. Ricardo and Jack are making way towards finish line, and by just a few inches, Ricardo Cayman is your winner. As number 2 will get the 1 speed bus. Ricardo Cayman ends his losing streak with his first win of his 2022 season. That's right, he's trying desperately to reach the playoffs. He's got a long way to go, but I'm sure he'll do it very good. We'll be right back with more after this. Time for race number 9. Okay, Brandon. Race number 9 features Bobby K, Will Linkson, Orlando Alvesta, and Sergio Wesley. This is the 3rd and final paracord race of this week's schedule, so we place the balls one last time this week and wish them good luck on the quest for victory. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, here comes the Chao pushing the balls to the other side of the rainbow path. Remember, it could be in any standing possible to get a win. And it's going to be a close one still. And Bobby K is our winner. And that was short and sweet. Yep. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. So, with 9 races finished, we have now come to race number 10 of Week 10's action. Is that correct? That is correct, Brandon. And for this next race, we have Casey Richardson, Chip Sube, Wayne Jefferson, and Troy Jenners. Now, be sure to tune in later on in the show, because in this week's main event, we will determine the new Superstar of the Week, since Rusty Jackson already has earned his 3 necessary Superstar of the Week honors before. So be sure to tune us later on in the show to find out all the answers. Let's head back to the Amethyst course and present race number 10 as week 10 continues to unfold. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone's on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. Ooh, it's going to be a close one, and Wayne Jefferson is going to rest. So he'll be left behind along with a couple of Silver Jet who also went to rest. Right now, it is Chip Subay who has command on the lead, with KC Richardson not too far behind in second place. And it looks like number 1 is heading for the water, as Wayne Jefferson, who can forget about going to rest again, takes the opening toss. And right now, number 1 is swimming at the water, and he is going to rest. As Casey Richardson trying to make the pass for number 1 on the Silver Chow, takes Bemis number 2. At point number 7, really needs the Bemis, and I mean now, and he gets one of them. Number 7 got next Bemis, and it looks like Casey Richardson is going to hold on for the win. Casey Richardson is now 6-4 for the 2022 season. As Troy Jennings will get the next Bemis, and that's going to do it. So, tally went up for Casey Richardson. That's right, that Bemis helped beat out the Silver Chow. We're coming back to present another sign race on week 10's action, but right now, let's hear a word from this. Oh, we're getting close to the big anticipated main event this week. Right now, let's do race number 11 of this week's schedule. Okay, race number 11 will feature Calvin Eslander, Trevor Hoffa, Sonny Brantley, and Nick Gimmick. So this is the last race being held on the Sapphire course this week. Here's how the lineup forms, and let's send down to the field. Let's see who's going to end that win closer towards coming back next season. Let's rock this place. And they're off and running for race number 11. And it looks like number 1 is going to rest. So he'll be left behind in the competition for a while. And now Trevor Hoffa is going to rest, so he'll just drop down a couple places. Right now it is Nick Gimmick and Sonny Brantley who are battling for the lead up in the front. Who's going to have the upper hand? We'll soon know, as the first superstar against Beepus is number 2. And Sonny Brantley is going to rest. Trevor Hoffa is passing one Silver Chow who is going to rest. And climbing up the stone wall as number 8, who desperately needs help, takes Beavis number 2, and actually move up a couple places. And Nick Gimmick is going to rest. That means Calvin Eslander, along with number 2, and Sonny Brantley will all have the privilege to battle with him for the lead. As number 1, who also really needs help, takes the next command. Because take a look at number 7. He's getting left behind from the competition already. And who is going to get the next command speeders? It's going to be Trevor Hoffa trying to make a comeback here. Right now, it's Nick Gimmick leading over the 4 competitors as they make their way towards the finish line. And here's Sonny Brantley with next speeders. And Sonny Brantley wins it with that speeders. A true anything can happen moment indeed. That's right, what a deal for the Red Dog Swim Time Chow. Back for the main event after this. Alright, Paul, let's present our main event for this week. And this week, Brandon, we will determine our new superstar of the week, since Rusty Jockington has already done it 3 times in a row previously. Anyway, this week's main event's contestants are Grayson P. Leroy, Brooks Robinson, Dave Miller, who done very well winning his first career victory of the season last week in tag team play, and Henrix Jackson. Let's look at the lineup, and let's send them down to the Emerald course. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! And this week's main event is presented by Wayfair. Whether you shop at home or at your nearest Wayfair store, there are 0 things home for your convenience and needs. And right now, the 4 are going to eat the coconut-shaped food, and Dave Miller is dancing to the beat. That will give Henrix Jackson command on the lead, with Grayson P. Leroy not too far behind in the competition in second place, as Dave Miller will start the speeders for this race. Henrix and Grayson are heading for the water at the come on. What's going to happen next, we'll soon know, as the superstar to get speed race number 2 is number 8, who is battling with Brooks Robinson for 6th place behind number 7. And right now, number 1 is at the water, and it looks like 1 is still Chao is pausing for more and trying to get some attention here. Ooh, the competition is heating up. And who will get the next command beamers? It's number 7. Try desperately to catch up in the crowd. He is straggling last place. Meanwhile, up in the front, Grayson Pink Leroy has command the lead, with Dave Miller rapidly catching up to him on his tail. And it looks like number 2 will get a speed bus, trying to catch up with the crowd a little bit. Meanwhile, not too far behind, it is Henrik Jackson 3rd place, and he is scoring the rest. That means he'll have to drop down a couple places due to that nap. As Brooks Robinson, who also really needs help from the crowd, takes the next command BS, and guess who's still singing the last place blues? It's number 7, not 2. He's going to need a couple more speed bumps to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. And by now, Dave and Grayson have woke up from the rest. And now they're battling for the lead. A couple switch out, rapidly catching up to Dave and Grayson in a hurry. As the next BS win made by number 8, making his 2nd speed bus of the race. And right now, Grayson P. Leroy is making the pass from Dave Miller, trying to wrap things up over the competition. Brooks Robinson not too far behind from the crowd. And it's going to be a close one still. As number 7 will get a 3rd speed bus for this race, trying to catch up with the crowd. And this week, our new main event winner is Grayson P. Leroy. He beats out Dave Miller in a flash. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this main event, and it'll be made by number 2, making his 1st speed bus of the race. So congratulations to Grayson P. Leroy. That's why he's coming back in next week's main event, and we'll be back to close our show in a bit. Do not go away. We hope you have enjoyed today's races. Be sure to subscribe to the ChaoEmperor channel to get notifications on all the latest videos. This is Brad Zhang signing off. Keep on smiling, look forward to a hot summer, and so long everybody! Chao Racing 2022 has been sponsored by Volkswagen and Wayfair. This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Join us again for more signing action here on Chao Racing 2022. See you next week.